Okay, Sat Nam, everybody. Happy Venus Day. I don't know what else to call it. It's not officially a Venus gate. We're not passing through a Venus gate. This is something much more significant. Venus gates are significant, but this is like, it happens so rarely that... Okay, welcome galactic beings, star seeds, star children, high vibrational beings, light workers, healers, all of my peoples. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know you guys are feeling what's happening in the sky. If you're not aware of it, you might just feel like extra giddy, fun, happy today, a little lighthearted, maybe worried about your looks. Maybe able to communicate with your partner better. Maybe all sorts of romantic prospects popping up in your DMs. All sorts of stuff happening today. So if you put the Earth in the middle and Venus was going around the Earth, geocentric, then, and if you like were Thoth or Dejuti. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Forgive me. If you're one of these Egyptian gods and you can project your consciousness out into the cosmos and watch civilizations rise and crumble, and so you're floating out there and you're watching Venus go around the Earth. Her orbit doesn't just go in a circle. She makes these big loops, and then a little loop, and then a big loop, and then a little loop, and then a big loop, and then a little loop. And they have names. They have fancy astrological names. I was talking to the guides today, and I was like, I don't want to nerd too hard because there's a big package to deliver. Like, there is something that they have to do. So I'm trying to be mindful about nerding out. They're called inferior conjunctions and superior conjunctions, the little ones and the big ones. I had to nerd a little bit. Anyway, so when she's in the inferior space, she's in the sun space. She's the shining one. In Latin, she's phosphoros, which is also the word for Lucifer, which, you know, Lucifer the morning star, Venus the morning star. We can clearly see what some Christian propaganda was trying to push there. Like, let's just make the devil everything that embodies women. Not women, feminine. And that's also what I wanted to be mindful about today. Feminine is not a gender. I was talking with one of my client students about this. When we say feminine, we think of a woman. We think of everything. There's no gender, really. A feminine is an energy. Feminine is a dimension. So when we say the divine feminine, we're really talking about a space, a field, an energy field, and the energy that runs through this feminine space is called the Shakti force, and that kind of force frequency broadcasts very powerfully from the planet Venus. So women are from Venus, men are from Mars, that kind of thing. That always happens. What's really interesting is, so it's like you're still floating out in the cosmos. I forgot you out there. Sorry. So you're floating out in the cosmos watching Venus do her thing, and in about 200 years you notice she's making a shape, right? She's making this 5-petaled flower, and it's pretty amazing and clear to see. And what's even more interesting is that beings, souls that take feminine avatars, feminine embodiments in this human experience, always doodle that little 5-petaled star. Women, little girls, teenagers, if you're like absent-mindedly drawing something on a piece of paper, it's probably that. And that's literally a testament to how deeply embedded the cosmos are in this body. Your body holds the entire universe inside of it. All 84 sacred sites are on Earth, and more than that, there's planets in this body. Our planet, the planet of Venus, is represented on this body as this little band right here, or sometimes this finger. It depends. Right. So she's making this 5-petaled star, 5-petal. It really looks more like a flower, but it's called the pentagram of Venus. It takes about 200 years to complete, and it's complete today. she completed it today. She made the final star point, bing, and it's in the sign of Libra, which is like, it's just such a massive like win for relationships on this planet. Like, this is a win. This is a big win. Like, relationships are going to ascend with this frequency. I know it. You can't, there's a grand trine happening in this as well between Mercury, the sun, and Venus. So it's just like, I don't know, you can't fuck this up. Excuse me for cursing. This is just blessings. This is just blessings on blessings on blessings. And there's a massive portal opening. I took notes so I could stay on track. Let's see. I'm doing good so far. Oh, it's happening in the 8th house. That's the house of co-creation. And a lot of Vedic astrologists are terrified of the 8th house because it's ruled by Scorpio and it's the house of death and blah, 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 blah. If you know what death is, then you're not afraid of it. It's ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio gets that like deep emo gothic. I do like, what is taxidermy, like I stuff dead animals and like watch B-rated horror movies in my spare time. That's not Scorpio. Scorpio feels so deeply that they can feel like what the universe is doing. That's why they're so metaphysical. That's why they're always associated with the dark arts and the occult and the beyond, because they feel everything beyond what we are seeing. The scorpionic energy is like, there's way more going on here than what I see, right? And then they start looking for it. They start looking how to work it and deal with it. And that's when they usually get drawn into witchcraft and all sorts of anything that talks about the subtle realms. That is the Scorpion energy. And dead things are also a subtle realm. You know, the spirit world, the world, like we attach so much mystery because we don't remember what happens when we die. So we like make it this crazy story. And then we've been getting fed these crazy stories about what happens. So anything that's like, you're gonna die, you really should be like, great. I can't wait. I cannot. That's wonderful. I can't wait to re-merge with source, figure this thing out, and then jump back in. This is not pushing suicide. This is not like, congratulations, you're going to die. But there does need to be a conversation about death because it's the biggest psyop on this planet. Everything is kind of stationed around the fact that we're worried about dying, from seatbelts to red lights to frickin' the FDA. It's all about like trying to keep you safe from dying. And that's really nothing that you should be worried about doing. In fact, the healthiest thing you should do every day, like most Buddhists do, is when you wake up, as soon as your eyes open, they meditate on their death. For 5 minutes a day, before they get out of bed, they think about their death. They think about dying. They think about what their life, everybody else's life would be like without them. You can think about your burial, your cremation. You can think about watching the world kind of continue on without you from this spiritual place. And for 5 minutes a day, if you think about that, you will have an ability to see this world for what it is. And really appreciate every moment of it. It won't be a chore anymore to get up when you think I could die today, and you could. So that's a whole nother video. Let's get back into Venus. Okay. So because it's happening in the 8th house, everybody who's a claircognizant is getting a massive upgrade. Your sensitivities are going to go through the roof. If you're not claircognizant, if that's not something that really comes to you, like that I just know what's happening with you kind of thing, you're going to get claircognizant. That's coming. If you are a sensitive being, you embody all of it. You're not just a clairvoyant or just a medium or just a channel or just a clairsalient, the ones that can smell ghosts and smell diseases in the body. You're not just that, you're all of the things. And like, just some people are really good at writing, some people are really good at math. We have different talents with our psychic abilities, but we're able to do all things. And coming through this 8th house energy, this pentagram, I'm laughing because I can just feel the massiveness of it, like bing, and then like the grid pouring through pouring through our field. You're like, weird things are gonna happen. I'm sure everybody's having a very, very interesting day. We're also coming up on Samhain, so the veil's just getting thinner, 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 thinner. So all my sensitive beings, all your dreams are going crazy. Your subconscious is wide open. There's no veils between all the dimensions that you're already kind of slipping in and out of already. Your parallels are getting closer. So yeah, like just ground in, grab every black stone you can find. Grab every dark stone you can find. I was suggesting blue tiger's eye. Oh gosh, I had a whole list. I don't have my crystals list with me today. Maybe I'll have to add that in the comments later. But blue's tiger's eye would be great for this pentagram. Onyx, tourmaline, jet, obsidian. What else is a dark stone? Anything that, garnet can even be a really dark stone sometimes. Yeah, just anything that's dark. Grab that. Hold on, go ground if you want to, but this frequency is passing through the earth grid too, so you might just receive it extra. Definitely receive these codes through this little porous bone right here. Do you know that this bone right here has holes in it so it can receive light? I love he's listening to these people talking about how the mind is encased in complete darkness and all this stuff. I'm like, huh, really? Then how does the pineal gland receive light? Whatever. Anyway, let me see if I'm staying on track. Claircognizant activations, chunk. Okay, so Venus is transitioning into her evening star. Oh, that's good. I'm glad I wrote that down. So she's the morning star. She's Lucifer, the morning star. Get out of here. Like, oh God. Beautiful goddess energy, Venus. Sometimes we see her in the dawn sky. Sometimes we see her in the sky at dusk. And she does a transition, and it's always around when Gaia is also for us in America, it's always when Gaia is going inward, when we're going into autumn, when we're going into the fall. She's losing her leaves, all the energy's dropping into the roots, and the same thing, because your body is a part of this earth, is happening to you, right? So you're going to start to get really, really introspective. You're going to have to watch out for negative self-talk. Self-critique is going to go through the roof. If you're a skin picker, if you're an anxious person, if you're constantly, I should have done that better, I should have done that better, I should have done that better, this will be accentuated. There's a conjunction that's actually going to make that kind of heighten. And I can't remember what it is. Oh, there's a Neptune-Mars aspect that's going to spin addictions out of control. So anything, if you have an addiction to complaining, if you have an addiction to chipping away at yourself, right? Mars is in Gemini and it's in retrograde for the next 7 months. So that's going to kind of spiral that out. It's really just trying to call your attention to it. And every time you do like say something in your head or to yourself about like, oh, you're so stupid, or like, who does that? You know, we always do that to ourselves. Like, who does that? I'm so cringy. I'm so this, I'm so any of that stuff. Flip it. You can do it. You can rewrite the script. The same thing we do when we rewrite our soul contracts. We can say out loud, I take that back, I negate that statement and replace it with something positive. And the more you do that, you'll slowly get into the pattern of just saying the positive stuff, right? So just having this awareness that this is something that can heighten, I think is a good thing to know. Also holding on to watermelon tourmaline. Watermelon tourmaline, if you have it, would be great for while Mars is in retrograde. And just, don't talk about yourself bad. Don't talk about anybody bad, and try really hard not to lie, at least until March. I gave one of my students that fast today because she can handle it. She's like an angelic Lyran being. She's like warrior, goddess. And her guides were like, try to see if she can develop the Vox city that comes from always telling the truth, which we think could be really easy to do, but we lie so much. Oh my God. You guys want to be telepathic? Can you imagine if everybody knew what you were thinking? You would have to get honest. You would have to be really honest with everybody. No, I don't like your shirt. Do you think this makes me look fat? Right? We can't, how are you doing? I'm good, and you're really crying inside. That doesn't happen in a telepathic society. So get comfortable with just constantly telling the truth. And if you could see what happens energetically every time you lied to your aura, you would not do it. Every time you, it's even to yourself. If you say something about what's happening that's not true, right? You don't feel that, but you say it. The power of your sound is manipulating this matrix field. So if you're feeling something, your subconscious mind knows it, and then you say something different, it creates a twist. It creates a distortion, and those things break. That's how you get the rips. That's how you get the tears. If you do the opposite and always speak exactly your truth, it strengthens the aura, gets stronger every time, and then everything you say comes to pass. You'll develop this ability to just speak into manifestation whatever you want. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Just try not to lie. If you're like, gotta kind of pause every time you're about to say something and think about it, like, is this true? Does this resonate as truth to me? We can do something really quickly right now. So right now, everybody who's watching this, just close your eyes. And in your mind, think of something that is absolutely true, an absolute truth. You are on planet Earth. Your name is, you are this gender. Something that cannot be denied. Or I'm watching YouTube. Something very easy, right? And then feel where that is, because it has a location in your auric body. You can reach out your hand in that direction if you want to, but feel where that truth sits in your 10-body system. Okay, good. And now try to think of an absolute false, something that's completely wrong, like I am a man, or, I'm 54 years old. I don't know, something that's just inarguably a lie. And feel, still with your eyes closed, feel where that is in your aura, where that went. It's in a completely different place, right? So now think about all these beings that surround us that can see energetically, right? All you have to do is move the lie, the not truth, into the place where the truth was. All they have to do is energetically broadcast the thought form into where you hold your truth, and then suddenly you think something happened to you that didn't. This is like, I think, this push for people to declare their sovereignty is rippling through our consciousness the way it does. But you really can't declare sovereignty unless you are working on your aura. Your aura is your home. If your aura is good, if your aura is well maintained and hygienic, it's not filthy and full of crap, like, because you never meditate, like you never take a shower. That's it. That's the same thing as never taking a shower. If you never close your eyes and meditate. And if your aura is so full and sluggish and ripped and torn, and you're wide open. You're wide open for anything to mess with you. So your sovereignty, your true sovereignty, comes from spiritual practice. I can't say it enough. So Venus is transitioning to her evening star. This is Dark Mother. Get scared. This is Kali Ma. Baba Yaga. No. Actually, if you think about it, the darkness is much more gentle. It's much more delicate. It's much more subtle than the fire of the sun. The moonlight is like a beautiful, soft, it rocks you to sleep. And that's kind of the energy I get. I mean, we also need to have a conversation about normalizing the truth of the feminine, of what that is, because it embodies so much more than just sweetness and generation and reproduction and nurturing. It's all that, yeah, but it also has everybody who's watching this that is in this female body. You know that there's a holy fire within you. There's a sacred rage burning within you. If you have angelic DNA, it's even worse. That rage is part of you, and it wants to purify this world, really. So if you catch somebody lying to you, you catch your man lying to you, you catch your children lying to you, and you're ready to rip their heads off, like Kali, standing there with the knife, and then you're like, oh man, I was supposed to, you know, so many women beat themselves up about getting angry. I don't ever see any man beating himself up for raising his voice. I don't ever see any man getting called bossy. Have you ever heard of a young man being called bossy? Right. So that needs to have a new conversation about what feminine looks like, because it's different than what we give ourselves. But anyway, so moving from the sun to the evening is where she's exalted. She's rising in the sky. Venus is going to start rising. When she's a morning star, she gets lower, lower, lower. When she's the evening star, she gets higher, 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 because she's in her exaltation. It's deepening the presence of these subtle energies that are running through us, the feminine energy, the Shakti force, though it is as powerful as a hurricane, is subtle. It's a subtle energy. It's like electricity. You can't see it, but it powers everything that we see. It's like Wi-Fi, right? Shakti is so Wi-Fi. I just heard my guides like, really? Really? You comparing Shakti to 5G? At least I gave her the 5G. She's like a million G. All right, so she's completing her pentagram and her heliacal rising. Oh, right. I did. Okay, so her pentagram is complete today. When you can finally see her in the sky at night, the first day you'll be able to see her, because she's passing so close to the sun right now, you can't see her. But in the first day you'll be able to see her is on December 2nd, which is exactly 40 days from now. So I was like, duh. And my guides were like, hello. There's a practice that we want everybody to do collectively if we can. And I was like, okay, I got it. This, because it's in Libra, everyone with Arcturian DNA, Arcturian connections, or even Spiken, you're going to be feeling this in a deeper level, on a genetic level. If you have a connection with Arcturian beings or Spiken beings, it will be heightened by this trine with Mercury and Venus and the Sun in Libra, because Libra holds Arcturus and Spica. And I think the Arcturians, I'm not gonna put my foot in my mouth, but I think they are helping us a little with these addiction templates that are in our collective psyche. I believe so. I personally believe so. I've seen a lot of things lifting with people in addiction. So, and it has this kind of cold, beautiful indigo blue glimmer all over it. And I'm like, I think the Arcturians are up to something. Okay, so of course, the whole reason when we do the mantras and the meditations and we say do this for 40 days is because it develops a foundation. At the 40 days is when you'll see the result of the meditation. You'll start seeing it right away. The first time you chant a mantra, tell me you didn't like, okay. You know, you start like, you know, I don't know. I hear people saying like, I chanted this once and then I got 3 clients and I blah, blah, blah. The little things will pop up like that right away. But at that 40-day mark, that's when the foundation is built. The 4 is the foundation and the 0 is the divine energy supporting the foundation. So when you do a practice every day and you get to 40 days, that energy is built into your system. It's there. But you keep going. You keep going. The superhero stuff unravels when you get to like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of this practice. How long does it take for somebody to become a doctor, right? But you want to be completely telekinetic overnight? Some of these people I talk to, like, Lord have mercy, you went to the gym and you did 1 push-up and you were like, I can't do it. It's not for me. Working out's just not working. I can't do it. Nope. I'm not psychic because I tried to meditate once and I couldn't. Blah, blah, blah. This is coming from, my channel is open, like I opened channel before I began this. So somebody who's watching this needed to hear that. This is coming from something else. This has nothing to do with what I was talking about. So we're going to do this meditation for 40 days to weave our magic with the energies that are flooding into this system. And the results are going to be amazing, because we are going to reconnect with the Devi, with the goddess mother, with the Shakti energy that she provides. The feminine dimension will be open to us on December 2nd. And trust me, that's the dimension of energy that we're going through in this yogic cycle. This is the energy dimension. If you want to start working with telekinetic powers, if you want to start working with mental occult powers, right, with telepathy, with whatever it is that you want to start doing energetically, be it healing, or I don't know, if you have like a pinky in the brain kind of thing going on, then you need to be in the realm of the feminine energy. This isn't a masculine force. Masculine force is the brute force that you see, is an ox pushing something, right? The feminine force is the wizard behind the ox that's like pushing it with his mind. Okay, so you want to be friends with Devi, and you want to be open to her energies and what she has for you. So we're activating this Shakti force, even if you're a man, if you're a starseed man and you're still a subtle magical being. So you need to, this is the energy that runs you. This is the creative force of our creator. So even if you're in a masculine embodiment, what makes you tick is feminine. So you need to get cool with that. You need to get cool with your mom. You need to get cool with every woman that you know, even if you don't like her, because it's like commemorative. It's like celebratory of Devi, of Goddess Mother. You're in the embodiment of this energy force that I worship and love. It's my creator. So even if your soul is kind of hairy and itchy and I don't really like it, I'm gonna worship the Shakti of you. So yeah, just be really nice to your moms. If you want to start working with your subtle energy and your intuitive powers, you got to get cool with your mom. You do. Or you can just like spiritually bypass it and just get cool with your cosmic mother. Spiritually bypass. Oh God, why is that even a word? Okay. So when you see her, you will see the embodiment of the frequency that has been moving through your 10-body system. Uh-oh.
Mommy.
Hi, babes.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video.
I'm making a video too.
Say hi.
Hi.
What's in your mouth?
I don't know.
Okay, Satnam, I'm back. So, when we're starting this meditation today, it's called the Bhakti meditation. We're going to invoke the Shakti energy within us. And we're going to do it for the next 40 days. So until December 2nd. And as Venus becomes visible, the results of this meditation will also become visible. You're going to feel it subtly. And then December 2nd, you're going to feel it. You're going to see the manifestation of it. So we're working with a mantra. Oh, also the moon is opposite Neptune. So we, the meditators, have a chance to go really, really deep. Whew, Mother Earth is going inward. We're going inward. So let's do it. The Bhakti meditation. The mantra is, I'm sure most of you know it. The mantra is Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo. Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Namo Namo. Pritham, Pritham, Pritham. It's Pritham. Pritham. Pritham Bhagvati. Pritham Bhagvati. Pritham Bhagvati. Pritham Bhagvati. Namo Namo. And then it will say Kundalini. Mata Shakti. Mata Shakti. Namo Namo. And it means I bow to the primal power. I bow to the all-encompassing power and energy. I bow to that through which God creates. I bow to the creative power of the Kundalini, the divine mother power. So Yogi Bhajan said when the women of India forgot this mantra, that's when they began to become subjugated. When they forgot how to invoke the Shakti force, the energy force within them, that's when they started to, not win. not have fun anymore. The matriarchal society kind of, as we go through the yugas, we forget things. And most of these lineages, like the Buddhists, the reclusives, the monasteries, the ones that leave society and just chant all day, they're dedicated to holding these practices through these yugas where we forget and go crazy and start killing each other so we can get to the other side, and they'll still exist here for us now. We are the Vayanti, we are the prophesized ones. We are the chosen ones that have been prophesized about to activate and utilize these technologies now in this Aquarian age, and really give reverence to the people in the past that were martyred to hold these things here for us. So merge in the Mahashakti. Merging, using this mantra, this will take away your misfortune. This will carve you out of a woman. A woman needs her own Shakti. Not anybody else will do it, right? So you need to merge with the Shakti if you're in a female embodiment. If you're in a male embodiment, you need this to ascend. You need to start working with the subtle energy so you can be fully harmonious, all-embodied being and start doing cool, magical stuff. Yogi Bhajan said, when a woman recites the Kundalini Bhakti mantra, God clears the way. This is not a religion, it is a reality. Woman is not born to suffer, and a woman needs her own power. So this is how you invoke your own power. So this is really exciting. So let's tune in. Let's tune in together. And then we're going to do the meditation. The song we're going to use is going to be listed in the comment in the description, so you can do it on your own for the next 40 days. And if you don't really get the mantra, I'm going to also write it in the description. If you don't really get the mantra, at least move your lips and teeth and tongue along with the sound. That's how you get the neurological change. That's how you get the shift. When the lips, the teeth, and the tongue are pressing these acupressure points along the top of your mouth, that's what causes the neurological patterns to start moving and align with the Shakti energy. So you'll get it. It's, as we're chanting it, you'll get it. But in the beginning, when you don't get it, still move your mouth. And you can read along. It's pretty simple. And the song that I'm going to use has kind of like a break. Like she'll say Adi Shakti and then there's a pause. So you can just do call and response if that's easier for you to hear it first and then say it. Okie dokie. We're only going to do... We can do this for 31 minutes, but we're only going to do 11 minutes. We're only going to do 11 minutes for the next 40 days. Okay, let's tune in. So rub your hands together. If you're new to my channel, if you're new to this, we tune in to our guides, to our star families, to our ancestral and mystical lineages through the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo, and then we put some protection around us. So just close your eyes, breathe deep, hold the breath, and like I said, move your mouth along even if you don't know the words. But for right now, take a deep inhale through your nose. Pull your root lock, your rectum, sex organs up into the navel, up into the diaphragm, and hold the breath. And exhale. And inhale deep. Pull the root lock up, hold the breath, start moving the energy up the spine, out of the crown. Roll the eyes up and in, look at the brow point. And exhale. And inhale to tune in. press the palms together. Feel your auric field all around you turn white, the whitest white you can imagine, and exhale. Hold the image of you inside this white ball, this hot star. As we chant the protection mantra, keep this field of white light around you. Angurename, Jugad Gurename, Sat Gurename, Sri Guru Deva Vehiname. Angurename, Jugad Gurename, Sat Gurename, Sri Guru Deva Vehiname. Angurename, Jugad Gurename, Sat Gurename, Sri Guru Deva Vehiname. Inhale deep. And exhale. And relax your hands down. Okay, so our fingers are going to be here. Activate your Mercury mound by pressing your thumb to your pinky and wrap your fingers around that. You don't have to activate the Mercury mound. You can just do this thumbs outside. But because of the Mercury trine, I want to activate this mound here, because these are celestial antennas. We'll talk about that later. Because I will never get to the meditation. I will never get to the point. Okay. Okay, ready? I'm never ready. Okay, let's go. Activate Mercury. You can close your eyes. Start pulling the Venusian energy towards your crown. It's already there. It's already there. My head is like gonna float away. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Namo Namo. Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Kundalini Mata Shakti, Namo Namo, Namo Namo, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo Namo, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Namo Namo. Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati, Namo Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Kundalini Mata Shakti, Namo Namo. Namo Namo Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Namo Namo Sarab Shakti Sarab Shakti Sarab Shakti Namo Namo Pritham Bhagvati Pritham Bhagvati Pritham Bhagvati Namo Namo Kundalini Mata Shakti Kundalini Mata Shakti Namo 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 Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Namo Namo Sarab Shakti Sarab Shakti Sarab Shakti Namo Namo Pritham Bhagvati Pritham Bhagvati Pritham Bhagvati Namo Namo Kundalini Mata Shakti Kundalini Mata Shakti Namo 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 Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Namo Namo Sarab Shakti Sarab Shakti Sarab Shakti Namo Namo Pritham Bhagvati Pritham Bhagvati Pritham Bhagvati Namo Namo Kundalini Mata Shakti Kundalini Mata Shakti Namo 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 Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Namo Namo Sarab Shakti Sarab Shakti Sarab Shakti Namo Namo Pritham Bhagvati Pritham Bhagvati Pritham Bhagvati Namo Namo Kundalini Mata Shakti Kundalini Mata Shakti Namo 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 Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Adi Shakti Namo, Namo. Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti. Namo, Namo. Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati. Namo, Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Kundalini Mata Shakti. Namo, Namo. Namo, Namo. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti. Namo, Namo. Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti. Namo, Namo. Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati. Namo, Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Kundalini Mata Shakti. Namo, Namo. Namo, Namo. Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti. Namo, Namo. Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti, Sarab Shakti. Namo, Namo. Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati, Pritham Bhagvati. Namo, Namo. Kundalini Mata Shakti, Kundalini Mata Shakti. Namo, Namo. Namo, Namo. Okay, take a deep inhale. And hold the breath, pull the root lock. Seal this container of the goddess down around your field. And exhale and relax the hands down. Devi came in. I was sweating. All sorts of things were happening behind my eyelids. I apologize in advance. But yeah, so supported by these Venus energies, supported by this trine and this pentagram, all of us doing this practice for the next 40 days until she rises in our sky is going to have a massive effect for us and a massive effect for our collective. And welcome to this dimension. Welcome to the feminine, subtle dimension. If you guys have astro maps with me, tap into your sun line, your Mercury line, and your Venus line during this trine. If you have any connections, if you have any lines like the Sun-Venus crossing or Mercury-Venus, I don't think that would ever happen, but the Sun-Venus crossing or any kind of conjunction like that, or just the individual lines itself, because they're going to be lit up like a grid because of what's happening in the sky, and that frequency is going to be held in the earth for you. And if you're waiting for your map, I am so sorry. Listen, I was not expecting this. So the guides are like very excited about this information, and they're giving me too much. They're giving me too much. I like the recordings are over 2 hours. It's taking me all day to do one person's map. It's like I wasn't ready for how, you know, when I'm doing astrocartography for muggles, it's like love money, you know, what earthly things people are interested in. But when it's a mission map, there are so many codes and dragons and freaking angelic stuff and ancestral pathways and Egyptian things and Lemurian things coming through. And everybody's fighting to get their, you know, what's important here, what was laid there, what was that, what needs to be received, what needs to be healed. Man, oh man, I am so sorry for the wait. I wasn't expecting this kind of information to be pouring through from the angelic realms, from the celestial realms, from the galactic beings. So I am so sorry for the wait, but it is coming, and it is well worth the wait, because you can eliminate so much like headache and suffering and roundabout stuff that happens in your incarnation when you have this map. Like, I get it. I get why your guides are so excited about sharing information, because it's like, we don't have to go through the headache of subtly trying to direct her to India, right? If you can just tell her to like go to India, when you go to India, go here and do this and do that. But I would like to apologize profusely for how long people have been waiting, because I know you're eager for this information, but trust divine timing, and trust that I know how important it is for you to receive it, and you guys are my priority too. And if you want to jump in the line for getting a map, I would do so now. If there's anybody that you believe would benefit from this information and you want to get them a map, I would do so now, like before Christmas. Because that's like when they're gonna get it. Man, shoot, these guys are going crazy. They're like, as soon as I literally type in your birthday and start connecting with your field, it's like, here we go. And then when I'm going through it with you, doing the Zoom recording that I send with the map, with the whole package, I'm like trying to do the limit to under 1 hour so I don't drive Juliana crazy. And it just doesn't, I don't know. But all I know is the information that's coming through and what people have been activating and receiving by tuning into these lines has been phenomenal. So what's new? Nothing. I think, if you haven't received the Lemurian regression in the Etsy shop or in the website, do so. Lemuria is rising. Her template is rising. The more that you can bring her information from your subconscious into your active conscious, the more we can project it into the collective, and we can help her rise again from the waters and drop down from the dimension, or we can drop up, raise up. You know how these things work. The more that we project, the mental projection of the knowing of what happened as a Lemurian being, the more that she solidifies in the matrix. So do the regression. It's long, but it's so beautiful. You guys are going to have so many integrations going back to that timeline. That's in the shop now, and that's the only new thing. But there's going to be a lot of new things coming out in the future. So I hope everybody has like a very, very beautiful Venus Star Point day. The portal is open. The practice we just did just stepped you into the dimension of the feminine. The Shakti force is running through you. I feel it. Like, I feel so much better. I don't know. Maybe I was not feeling well. I think I was feeling good to begin with, but now I feel even better. So that's it. I'm going to stop rambling. The next, I'm working on the aura activation. The auric body activation should be coming very soon on YouTube. And I think I'm forgetting something, but if I do, I'll be back to blab your face off some more. Have a beautiful Venus day. Let's do 3 long sat nams to close out properly. So may the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Satnam. Satnam family. Happy Venus Gay.